Today we're checking out how things are made. They put this brown slime through this machine and it looks like they're about to make a keyboard. Like I can't tell if it's chocolate or if it's a keyboard or maybe it's a chocolate keyboard. And it just rolls out. No, that's definitely a keyboard. No, it's way too long. Okay, no, he's wearing a hat and gloves. It must be chocolate. Did you see the way it's shattered? Oh, that is some good chocolate. So my guess would be these are like the hard caramel chocolate, like that Reason candy. Oh, but it's so satisfying how they make this. Okay, what about soup for hot pot? Like I've gone to a hot pot restaurant. Hot pot, not to be confused with pot hotspot. Okay, but what about when they're making it in the factory? The process is actually kind of crazy because look how giant the pot is. And then they literally do pounds and pounds and bags of beef tallow, which is basically oil. Why is there so much oil? Anyways, all the beef tallow was melted down. So they're going to fry the scallions and the leeks. And that looks like some cabbage. And they fry all of it and fish it out. So it's like a giant oil bath for vegetables. And then chili peppers. Is this going into the soup or into the oil? And a whole lot of pepper. Bro, that was literally the biggest bowl of pepper I've ever seen. I'm surprised you don't need more than one person to toss that in. Man, a lot goes into the soup. And then beer. Beer, what about children drinking that soup? That's gotta be the secret ingredient. It's basically when you cook it, the alcohol evaporates anyway. Bro, there are so many herbs that go into this soup. It's insane. Long pepper, bro, they got a long pepper. I've been using short pepper this whole time. I didn't know they got a long pepper. It is insane how many spices and herbs they use into the soup. And then toss it all in. Bro, one sip of this soup would send a Victorian peasant into a coma. And there we go. The soup is now finished. Now pour it into an even bigger pot. And then what? It gets shipped out to restaurants? That's literally just the soup base. We're not even including all the noodles and the fixins that go into it. I was wondering why they put so much oil in it. But if you've ever had hot pot, you basically use the heat of the soup to cook the meat. You know, you've probably had a mochi dessert, whether it's mochi ice cream, mochi pancakes. It's basically a sweet, chewy Japanese rice cake made with glutinous rice. And yes, it's usually gluten-free. But it's really interesting how they make it in Japan. They basically make the dough and then beat the living dough lights out of it. What's even more impressive is like the trust these two mochi makers have to not smash his fingers with a wooden hammer. Like, bro, hold on, I gotta flip it, chill. You know, one smack, one hammer at a time. How do they make olive oil? They just squeeze the olives, right? And it produces oil? This is one of the traditional ways that they do it in Sicily with an olive hydraulic press. They basically stack these mats that are filled with olives on top of each other. And then this guy cranks the lever so that it basically works as a hydraulic press to squeeze all of the oil out of the olives. Wow, liquid gold right there. Oh, just crank it even more. The more you crank it, the more oil comes out. Fun fact about olive oil from an olive oil connoisseur of sorts is when you're looking for olive oil, you need to look at the back and make sure the olives are single origin. Not like we got these olives from Greece, Italy, and Spain. No, you want olives from one area in Greece. You don't want a Franken olive oil made from all these different kinds of olives. You want one source. It's just like coffee. For good coffee, you want single origin. These beans were from Colombia. They grew up together. That's why the coffee is so good. They have that family bond. I love good coffee and I love good olive oil. Okay, this is one I've actually never seen before. I have no idea how they make crackers in the cracker factory. It has to be made out of dough, right? The first ingredient that they put is ice to prevent the dough from overheating.
To that, they add water, wheat flour, yeast, and enzymes to help the fermentation.
Oh, they ferment? I didn't know cracker dough was fermented. That means it's good for your gut.
They let the dough sit for 16 hours, while the enzymes break down the starch in the wheat.
Bro, you could probably put that giant trough full of dough in the oven, and then it would make a giant loaf of bread.
Yes, which makes the dough rise.
Oh, it rose. I don't care what you sifting in this. How do you make the dough into a cracker form? Oh, what is that? Oh, oil? Ugh. I don't know why that grosses me out. It's probably canola oil. And I don't eat seed oils. Anyways, this is the part that I want to see. This is what we're here for. Turning that big lump of messy dough into nice soft sheets of cracker paper. Oh, she's so thick. I've never seen a cracker that thick. Okay, is it gonna have like a special design or something? Or are they gonna like roll this up so it's super thin? Oh, there it is. There is the roll. That's gonna make this dough extremely thin and it's gonna get even skinnier. Oh, there it is. The cracker mold. It's like a cookie cutter, but it doesn't actually cut. It just makes the cracker markings on it.
During the baking process. From there, the sheet passes under a shower of salt.
Oh, wow. I was wondering what they were sprinkling on it, but they salt it. That's interesting. They salt it before they bake it. I would have thought the opposite. I thought they would have baked it and then salted it.
Gas flames bake the dough from above and below.
These are ovens. It look like Swiss cheese lockers, but they're actually ovens that bake the cracker dough. Oh, wow. They look gorgeous. Stunning cracker, like a puzzle piece. You know, it really is like the world's biggest puzzle, but it's also edible. I wish they sold crackers like this. Like you just buy it in a giant 10 by 10 sheet, or even like that, cracker sticks. Bro, I would buy a 4-foot long cracker stick.
Wheels gently breaks the rows into individual crackers.
Oh no, it's this guy. Boo, this guy stinks. He's cutting up the crackers into little itty bitty pieces. I want a long uncut cracker. Okay, that didn't sound right. It's things like that that might get me canceled. I basically just want one of these. I think it would be a very nice snack to nibble on. And then they enter the wrapping machine, which wraps them in plastic. Oh, that's not individually packed. Oh, and then it cuts it up into 2 crackers per pack. Wow, amazing. They even got a 4-pack and a 2-pack. Yo, 2 is not enough crackers for any occasion. Oh, it should be a 4-pack minimum. You smash that like button if you just found out how crackers are made. This next one is going to shock you because almost everybody watching this video has one of these in their kitchen right now. Before we finish watching this clip, try to guess what they're making. They put paint into this metal cylinder. Oh, and then they unwrapped it. It's basically these 2 metal tubes that rotate and mix things up. So I guess you have to keep putting it back in so that the paint dyes the plastic and then roll it up and then do the whole thing again. Bro, this would take so long. You gotta put that thing in many times for the paint to become uniform and mix perfectly. Wait a second, isn't this crazy? What was the colors from the beginning? They put white, blue, red, and yellow, and it made like a beige. That's kind of crazy. So basically, they kept putting this thing in until the color was uniform throughout the sheet of plastic. And then what? Cut it up into sections. It kind of looks like bathroom tile, but it's made of plastic. You know, I'm really curious to see how this works. Like, what are they making out of this? You really gotta trust the process for this one. So they take these individual wraps, roll them up. Okay, this is a very labor-intensive job because you telling me this person has to roll up each individual piece of plastic and then weigh it to make sure they weigh exactly the same. Okay, here comes the part. Here, it's going to become the final product. They put it into this mold, put it through a heated press. Oh, temperature. Oh, it is getting hot in here. Let's see the final transformation. What did we make? Don't tell me it's a Tupperware. This is a Tupperware, isn't it? Oh my goodness, bro. It's literally a Tupperware. It's literally how almost every single IKEA bakeware is made. Well, you can use it for Tupperware. I'm pretty sure you could bake in these things too, but wow. That seems like a lot of work. This is how firefighter helmets are actually made. They're basically handmade. They take this leather, cut it into parts of the hat. Oh, they hand make these and hand sew them. I guess they don't need a firefighter helmet factory, so somebody hand makes these. Kind of look like a DIY pumpkin. Bro, halfway through. What do you mean I'm not gonna become a pumpkin decor and go to Home Goods? I didn't realize how many layers go into these things. I thought they were just plastic hats for protection. Wrong. There are so many layers of leather and plastic to protect your noggin. And then a lot of work goes into these to perfectly crafting them. It's like a very fancy hard hat. Man, that is some thick leather that goes into making these things. And then they remove the head mold. And then now it's starting to look more like a hat. Tree sap? They dip the hats in tree sap? Oh, whoa.
The drying process makes the leather about as hard as wood. Drying it mechanically would make it brittle.
Oh, that's so cool. So basically the tree sap hardens the hat to make it as powerful as wood. Now, I thought they were just made out of plastic. No, this is a very long process. I wonder if the firefighters get these like custom made. From this process, it seems like a firefighter's helmet is more powerful than a motorcycle helmet.
Latex paint and firefighter's black or white for the chief.
Oh, the chief gets a black one.
Add a front piece with the firefighter's signature brass eagle on top and some fluorescent stickers for extra visibility. And you've got the right headgear for a hero's job.
Whoa! Oh, and the finished product. That is one expensive hat. A real firefighter hat will cost you $700. Is a firefighter hat stronger than a motorcycle helmet though? Firefighter helmet is generally stronger and is designed to withstand different, more severe hazards like falling objects and extreme heat. Wow. You learn something new here every day because I didn't know that. We are nowhere near Easter, but that doesn't stop me from wondering how they make jelly beans. Also, all the different colors, all the different flavors. Some packs of jelly beans have like 30 different flavors.
Glucose is added, and then starch.
So it's basically sugar and starch. Mix it all up.
Now presses down into the starch.
Oh, they got molds that press down and make the jelly bean molds.
Starch will serve as molds for the jelly bean centers.
Whoa, those are going to be filled with colorful rainbow jelly beans. And it's filling it up with the liquid that is going to turn into a jelly bean.
Arms flip the trays of centers and starch and dump them into a drum that will separate them. When the trays flip back, they're refilled with starch and the molding process begins again.
Okay, so every jelly bean starts out the same flavor. I always thought the filling was what gave it the flavor, but I guess it's the coating because all of them start out exactly the same flavor. It's just sugar flavored. Wow, naked jelly beans in their natural habitat.
This readies them for the next step, sugar coating.
Okay, this is what gives them the flavor, is the sugar coating.
While nozzles spray them with sugar.
Okay, so just basically spray sugar on them. So what, they're just sugar flavored, uncolored jelly beans?
Liquid sugar flows out of a kettle into a tub.
Where are the colors? Okay, liquid sugar, and then they add the food coloring to it. You know, this whole thing has been a black and white process so far. Finally, we got some color. And they basically just pour the colored coating on top of the jelly beans, mix it up.
Sugar is added to the sticky blue mixture.
Bro, how much sugar do you want to add on top of your sugar? It's like sugar upon sugar upon sugar.
And the beans are tossed around again. This polishes the jelly beans. There's a lot of sweet stuff here.
Yeah, you're basically eating sugar. Okay, and then they added some wax after the color goes on, and this is what's gonna make them real shiny. And then, wow, look at them beans sparkle, glisten in the sunlight, and they're done. And then you mix them all up, and then this thing packages them all up, and then individually wrap them. Oh, it's so satisfying when they fill them up in the wrappers. Kind of blows my mind how all jelly beans start out as sugar flavored. Like they don't have a flavoring until they're mixed up in the coating. You know, next time you eat a jelly bean, taste the inside without the coating and see if they taste the same. How do they make French fries? They just cut up potatoes and fry them, right? That's what McDonald's do. I've seen them do it. So obviously they start out with a ton of potatoes and they basically go through all of these processes to become skinned. Remove the skin from the potatoes, but do it gently as not to hurt the potatoes. Then they spin through this thing and this is how they get the skin off. Wow. Step 1, get some clean naked potatoes.
As the skinless potatoes exit the peeler, workers inspect them, tossing any that have green or rotten parts.
So Martha's job is to check all the potatoes and remove the potatoes with dark spots, mold spots. She's the potato patrol. And then it goes through this machine that slices it into perfect fry size. Wow, look at those. Freshly sliced potato. And then they get poured into hot oil. You know when you buy a bag of frozen fries, they were previously fried. They literally fry them and then they freeze them and then you put them in the air fryer and you reheat them again. Like you're buying frozen cooked fries. This is the case with most frozen food. Like they cook it and then they freeze it and then you buy it and then you reheat it. You learn something new every day. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button in the face and subscribe to the Wolf Pack. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.